That ending, what was going through your mind watching your defense on the field trying to close this one out?
I knew the guy was going to pull it through. I mean, it's kind of nerve-wracking a little bit, but at the same time, I knew them guys was going to pull it through, and, man, I'm happy we did it.
So I'm going to start with an earlier play. I thought you had, until that ending, I thought you had one of the biggest plays of the game, changed the momentum.
Yeah.
That catch and score right before halftime. One question: How did you come up with that ball?
I think it was our concentration. You know, I kind of lost the ball for a little minute. I knew I had to come back to it, and I just put my hands out, and the Lord did His job.
Now, you guys have talked all week about wanting to match the Lions' physicality on defense. You and Jalen Warren seemed to take that to heed. What worked so well? Why was your rushing attack so good tonight?
I mean, the offensive line been doing their thing for the last few weeks. We know this December ball is what's going to take us to our end goal, but up front, man, they've been doing their thing, and me and Jalen just trusting it.
Last question. You guys feel like you're hitting your stride at the right time. This was not an easy win, as we just saw, but you end the season with two tough divisional matchups with the Browns and the Ravens. What do you think? What have you learned about your team? How do you feel like you guys have come together at the right time?
Oh, I know we know how to persevere and just continue to. I know we know how to persevere and just continue to grind. You know, I mean, it takes hard work throughout the week, and us taking care of our body and doing what we have to do. And you know, we got two tough teams in the division coming up. And it's just going back to work and, one day at a time.
Thank you, Kenneth.
Yeah, thank you.
That guy is a really interesting story. Spent 4 years in Philadelphia, the backup there. You kind of thought, it's just another guy. He has been a playmaker for the Steelers. As I said, 128 yards from scrimmage, great hands, great out of the backfield, and now the Steelers continue to roll in first anyway coming into play. A big win against the Lions.
I mean, a huge win. And remember about a month ago, there was whispers, maybe this might be Mike Tomlin's last year in the Steelers. And all of a sudden, this team has kind of come together. And I got to give credit to the one guy, Aaron Rodgers. This is why they went out and got Aaron Rodgers for December. He can play in big games, in important games, in pressure games. Aaron Rodgers has seen it all. And he is playing up to the billing right now and helping this team win, especially on offense. Now, they can throw the ball down the field. They can run the ball. This is all of a sudden becoming an offense you don't want to see.
By the way, you mentioned Mike Tomlin. With this win, he now makes it 19 consecutive seasons with a 500 record or better. They're going to have a winning record this year. They're 9-6 now on the year.
Pretty good.
The problem is they're going to win. I'll say this: they're going to win the division.
Oh, okay.
They're going to win the division.
They're going to win the division.
Bank it. They're going to win the division.
And he's like temper the
expectation. Easy.
Now, on the other side of the coin, though, Coach,
yes.
Jared Goff, monster game. He had 300 pass yards. 3 pass touchdowns, his 14th such game in his career. Only Joe Burrow has more since 2021. What was your big takeaway for the Lions in this game, though?
Well, the Lions, the expectations for the Lions, because how they've been rolling along. I think when you look at them, they lost both of their coordinators this year. That matters, okay? It really does. And so, they were a team expected to maybe just win the division outright, right? That's not the case. Who would have anticipated right now? You know who's in first place in that division? The Chicago Bears with 11 wins.
Yeah.
And clinched. Or no, they clinched the playoffs.
Yes.
Pardon me.
And the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions are looking up at the Chicago Bears.
Yeah.
Right?
Storybook
Bears
season
fans
for
are saying
Chicago.
thank you very much to Steelers fans right now.
Moment in this game. It's not all flowers and good times for the Steelers. Watch this. DK Metcalf takes a swing at a fan in the front row there. You see he's got like a terrible towel or a jersey or something. And for some reason, DK Metcalf decides to take a poke at him. And
that's not good.
That's a really, really bad look. Well, I don't even know what he's doing over there.
No, and he's exactly right. And it'll get addressed. Mike Tomlin will address this. The league will address it. He's going to get fined for that, by the way.
I would hope so.
And I don't know why what the fan
Hold on.
said.
You said he's going to get fined. Is it possible that he gets suspended?
Maybe even suspended.
Throwing a punch at a fan.
Excuse me. Mike's going to fine him. The league will probably suspend him. So that's going to be done.
Yeah.
And so does that hurt the team? Yeah, it hurts the team.
Absolutely.
They're still trying to play playoff games. I mean, they're still trying to win the division. I mean, you don't want to do that.
Got to have discipline all season long, especially at this point in the season.
The thing I don't understand, why would you even go over there messing with a fan? On the road, you're messing with a fan. Don't do that. Just go into the tunnel.
Yeah.
Parker, a career day for you. What are you seeing from Trevor Lawrence?
Man, he's a ultimate leader, works super hard. I mean, he just inspires us to keep going. through adversity, through anything, like he just kept going. We keep going as an offense, and we're excited to just keep this rolling.
First-year coach Liam Cohen, what has you guys peaking at the right time with him?
I mean, I would just say it's just the edge that we talk about day in, day out. Just that intensity, that energy he brings day in, day out, and he believes in us. He talks to us and tells us that he believes in us, and we're just excited to play for him.
A convincing win over the Broncos here at home where they had won 12 straight. What do you learn about your team in a win like this?
Man, we answer through adversity. We always answer. We say we want to kick the door down, change the culture, and that's what we're doing.
You guys handle what you need to as far as trying to clinch a playoff berth. Now you need a little bit of help. How much scoreboard watching do you do?
I mean, me personally, I'm more stay in the moment. I continue to attack my process. But for me, it's like it'll be exciting to be in the playoffs. I haven't been in the playoffs since I've been in the league. It's exciting. I just want to experience that.
Congratulations, Parker. Thank you.
Appreciate you.
So Jacksonville goes to 11-4 in the season. They put up 34 on a really good Broncos defense. That's the most Denver has allowed all season. You heard Parker Washington talk about changing the culture. Liam Cohen, the job he has done with that team, they're hitting a high note right here in late December.
This was surprising for me.
Yeah.
I thought, Jaguars done a great job. Coach Trevor Lawrence. When I said they're going into Denver, a team that doesn't give up a lot of points, only 18 per game, right? And they made it look easy. They had a great offensive plan for them. Their defense played well. This is a big win for the Jaguars going into the playoffs. I mean, this is one of those wins that you say as a football team, we went on the road and beat the Denver Broncos.
Huge win.
Yes.
And meanwhile, for the Broncos, they had won 11 straight. They had won 12 straight at home. What was your big takeaway from this loss for them?
That I think the Broncos were a little bit in shock.
Okay.
That someone could come into their house and put up points like this. Because when you go to a game like this, you're a Denver fan, you're going, our defense, they'll bail us out. And this thing kept going, their defense couldn't slow them down. Good check for the Broncos now. They'll regroup. They're a good football team. They might have needed this loss going into the playoffs because they're going to get into the playoffs. Probably win the division, to be quite honest. But this is kind of...
It's a battle for the one seed.
Yes,
that
it
is for
is.
sure. It sort of opens things up again.
So a big win for the Texans. There were a lot of teams watching them saying, hey, we need you to lose so that we could book our own playoff tickets. Biggest takeaway for the Texans here?
That the Texans, this is one of those games they kind of took for granted. You're playing a Raider team that's been struggling to win football games. They're coming on the road, play at home. Sometimes you try to prevent this with your football team. Say, guys, get ready. These guys will play us. They woke up at the end and finally won a game. It doesn't matter how you win as long as you win, especially at this time of the year, because they become very important when you talk about playoff seeding.
Yeah, they play the Chargers on Saturday this week, so that's a really interesting game. After what the Chargers did to the Cowboys, so two hot teams going up against each other should be all sorts of fun. All right.
Is that a sigh of relief there, probably?
Yeah, just, again, we feel like we're in playoff mode now, and it's just find a way to win a football game. It obviously wasn't the prettiest way we can win. Got some stuff to clean up, but we'll take a victory.
Miles, that play where Josh wound up getting sacked at the one and you got a half for it, did you know, right away how it was going to be?
No, man. I wanted to get another regardless, I felt like that was a big play in the game, and, we were going to march down and get some points, so I was happy about that, but whether Mason got it or I got it, that didn't bother me. It was just the fact that the play was made. I was proud of him for being there at the right time, so just needed more.
What were you thinking as you saw Josh start to retreat?
I saw his eyes get big when he saw me, so I knew he recognized who it was, so he started to hightail it the other way, and then he slipped, and then I slipped, so.
What was your reaction to James' long touchdown run?
I mean, it's unbelievable. I threw my hand up early, then I put it down. I was like, oh, he's tackled. Then I put it up again after he ran. I mean, he's the best back in football. I don't know how awards shake out, but, I mean, he should be in the running for every award. He's an absolute stud. We love having him, and he makes our offense go.
So the Bills go to 11-4. Did not probably have their A game, but they get it done. Take a look at this. James Cook, wow, went over the century mark for the 9th time this season. He's now eclipsed 1,500 yards rushing, just the second player in Bills history alongside O.J. Simpson, who did it 3 times back in the 70s. It was sort of another one of those ugly games.
Yes.
They get the win. It's kind of like the Texans. You
Yes.
get the win and move on to next week.
You do, and you, when you're in playoff mode, like Josh mentioned, when you play a team that you know is not going to the playoffs and you're going on the road, it becomes one of those games you're trying to convince your team all week. And Sean probably telling these guys, hey, guys, McDermott, come on, let's go. And then all of a sudden it becomes a game. And you're sitting there in the third quarter and goes, guys, we got to figure this thing out. They did. They won a football game. They're trying to catch the New England Patriots. They know they need to win out, and hopefully the Patriots will lose a game as they try to win out. But
Patriots, by the way, have a tough game in Baltimore tonight against the Ravens.
That's exactly right. So they got to keep winning. They won. It's interesting. When I look at this team on offense, it's Josh Allen and the running back.
And not a whole lot else.
Correct.
That's the thing.
And they're winning, and they got a chance to maybe win the division.
Yeah. That might be enough. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see.
Two incredible players at those positions.
The Bills improved to 10-0 when winning the turnover battle as well. They were 2-0 today. But as a coach, let's continue that coaching conversation. Very interesting. Are you scared of games like this and how they played against teams that are out of the playoffs?
You're nervous. You're always nervous. This is where you go that week to your veteran leadership group, and you're telling those guys, hey, man, make sure you tell these guys now. This is going to be this is pro football.
Is that what this is? Okay. Thanks for reminding us.
It's not who you play. It's how you play the day you play. And sometimes when you look at teams that are not going to the playoffs, those teams that aren't going, they're hoping they can beat you. It'd be a great Christmas present for them because they might knock you out of the playoffs.
The Bills will not have that issue this upcoming week because they got the Eagles coming into town in Orchard Park.
That gets your attention.
That's going to be fun.
And then they got the Jets.
Yeah. Then they got the Jets. I was just going to say, then they got the Jets, and that's another situation. Exactly. As for the Browns, though, let's have a listen to this. This was an interesting exchange between Shedeur Sanders and a reporter.
Right decision. Go for it on 4th and 2.
I know you can't be asking me that question, man. Come on, man. We can't see that's like the thing. Like, if we want to change the narrative, change the franchise, if we want to like help, we got to speak life. You can't. Those type of things is like separate us. Like a lot of the players like get these type of questions, and then we want to be working with y'all. We want to be proactive, but like when you ask questions or when questions are asked to us players and it's like you pinning stuff against each other, it's like, come on now, it's like a thing in the locker room. Like, we're not gonna be able to talk to them for real. We're not gonna be able to give them what they need, like, because that separates the team. That don't help anything. It don't help anything in any situation, no matter how you answer it.
First thing here, he had a smile on his face when he started the answer. I don't think he was happy, Coach.
He was not.
No, he definitely
But that's
was not.
who he is. That's his personality. And he did a great job of answering the question. Basically what he's saying is this, is when the game is done, there's always some errors, maybe decisions that a coach made, maybe a player made. I know that being a head coach. You go in front of the masses and you lose a game, there's some things some players did wrong. When you get in the meeting room, you tell those players that in front of the players. When you walk to the media, you say, we got to do a better job of coaching, right? And the players get it too. The players on the other side of it, when they're in the locker room, they're saying, hey, we got to do a better job of playing. That's a team. That's what he's talking about. But when players start pointing at coaches and coaches start blaming the players, then you got a problem.
Yeah. Shedeur averaged just over 2 air yards per attempt in this game, David, the lowest rate by a Broncos quarterback in 20 years.
Yeah, that's not a lot.
All right, here with Chargers running back Amari and Hampton, 85 rushing yards, and then the touchdown that kind of put the game away there in the fourth quarter. Felt like it was going to be a high-scoring game from the beginning. Is this the way you guys are supposed to look on offense?
Yeah, most definitely. My O-line did amazing the whole night. They just put the holes there, and it was my job to hit it, really.
Yeah, and at the last touchdown, I mean, did you feel like they put the backup quarterback in after that? Was that was the capper on a big day?
Well, until the job is done, it's not done. So, I mean, we're just going to fight however long, and then we're just going to get the job done, really.
Fantastic quarterback play. It's definitely MVP caliber. I mean, he's doing things game after game that are reserved for only the best, that are in the game and have ever played the game.
We're playing meaningful football in December, and a lot of teams aren't, and that's the tough part about the NFL. And guys have continued to show up, and I think they're really thankful for the opportunity to be here. And we've got a really good opponent coming to town next week, and so we got to be on our stuff this week and make the most of every opportunity that we get.
Do you feel like this team underachieved this year?
Yes, from what we expected, what we thought, absolutely, it did. We all underachieved, really, and the fact we're not in the playoffs says that for you. I know that for our fans and for all of us, we need more success in winning these ball games.
We're going to keep working. I'm going to keep working. This team's going to keep working. The organization obviously is going to do things in the offseason, and hopefully everything is just building for us to have a better year than we did this year. And I know for myself and anybody that I'm leading or that's following me, that'll be the message.
30 years since the Cowboys' last Super Bowl. Dallas eliminated from playoff contention. They were actually the betting favorites in this game. And the Chargers now 4-0 this season as the underdog, which is on pace to be the second best record by any team in a season since the merger. So here we go. The LA Chargers have won 4 in a row, now 11-4 on the season. They are starting to make some noise down the stretch. What are you seeing with this club?
They did what they needed to do when you play the Dallas Cowboys. This is an offensive game, and you know that. You tell your offense, you keep scoring until they tell you to stop. Because when you play the Dallas Cowboys, their offense, now didn't do it today, they have a playoff offense. This Cowboy team can score in the high 20s, 29, 30 points. But their defense is leaky, to be nice. You know you have to score at least 30 points against these guys because that offense can get going. I'll give the Chargers credit defensively. They didn't let them score, but their offense was spot on. That's how you have to play the Cowboys, with the mindset, we got to score points. They were able to do it today.
Now they got another team from Texas coming up. The Texans
That's a
coming
different
to town,
defense.
going to SoFi this week.